talking about some of the things when he was down there, Buffalo, that you wanted him to work on, but have you seen results in those things that he was working on?
I have, Kevin, he's much quieter at the plate, still, he's got some things we certainly want to continue to work on, but, he's got some big hits in the middle of the field, which is what made him really, really a productive hitter last year. And if he continues, he's, again, so big and strong, he's gonna hit homers just by accident. So, I think he's really worked hard at his plate discipline and trying to stay aggressive at the same time. So, I think he's made big adjustments. And he's a lot more comfortable in left field than he has been in right. I think that helps out.
This is definitely the last one for Matt Harvey, and when the pitcher does get shut down, they do bullpens to work with Dan, or they're done?
They're done. They're done. There's no, if he was gonna do any more pins, I don't think he'd pitch him. But, no, this will be his last start. Pitch hit him. He just keep his bat on the bench a little bit, but, he's, again, he's accomplished certainly much more than we had hoped it to be. I mean, we were just hoping he was gonna get through the AAA season and have success and certainly be, in the picture next year. With what's happened with our starting rotation, he's gotten the opportunity to come up here and certainly prove that he belongs here. So he's done a good job.
What's a reasonable expectation for what he can be next year for the full season up here?
Well, that's hard to say, but certainly he shows the stuff to be a winner, consistent winner. If he continues to pitch at the level he's pitching at now, certainly we hope, and I think he will get it with time. As we've seen Strasburg when he first got up here throwing 100, no longer does he, not that he can't, he just knows he's tamed it down a little bit to where, command of his 95 and 94 is what he's getting it done with, and I think Matt can do that same thing.
The biggest things for him, just going forward, you still see your command and efficiency?
Yeah, I mean, you hate to, and again, he's gonna strike people out, which strikeout guys are gonna, decrease pitch counts and stuff, but I think that, as we talked about after the last couple of starts, that, let's try to get some easy outs. Let's try to use get a couple of 2 pitch outs instead of striking somebody out and take 6 pitches to do it, because some foul balls and other things, so, but he's been very, very impressive. You guys have talked to him, he's got the makeup there, and he's determined to, be very successful, and I think we're gonna see that.
Out of the bullpen, Terry, is there anybody, either a veteran or a young guy, or maybe both, where in 2 weeks they've got a chance to show you something? Is there something you need to see from 1 or 2 people, or can they step up and change your mind on anything in 2 weeks?
Well, we certainly have seen some bright spots through all of the young guys that are down there. We really like, we've seen out Familia, Elvin Ramirez, even the last couple of times he's been up and down. He's done, he's starting to throw more strikes. I truly believe that next year you're gonna see a very similar guy to who he was before he had surgery. Even though he's hit 95 a couple times, this guy used to throw 98. I think you'll see 96, 97 next spring, another, again, 6 months out of surgery. But I really like the fact that the way he's pitched lately. Our 2 young left-handers down there, they have nothing more to prove. They've shown us they can get guys out if they throw strikes. So, the big thing heading into spring training is certainly have a plan in place to where they get to work, the consistent work, and certainly work on the side to, refine their skills. So, but it's been very impressive to watching these young arms.
Terry, are there any things in particular about this season that you may have any regrets about?
Certainly, our regrets are the fact that, we did not play the way we felt we could play in the second half. That's a regret we've had. But I certainly can never question the effort that has been put forth by any of these guys. There's been some positive, and yet there's been some guys that we, had some down years that, certainly we needed to have up years. To keep us going, because anytime you play 162, it's a team effort. It's not just 1 or 2 guys. So again, I think we've accomplished a lot of things. There's some guys who can leave here. I think some positive. Obviously, having Johan back, next spring he's going to be healthy. He's going to be a huge step for us, huge thing for us. And again, we've got to do a real good job of studying our health and trying to decide how we're gonna make sure these guys stay in the lineup.
Terry, what do you think is the first thing you're going to address in 2013 in spring training with the new club?
Well, again, I think, you know, when we reassess what happened here, we've got to figure out how to prevent it from happening again. And it's gonna start with, obviously, trying to stay healthy again. You know, in the first half, we ran, except when Mike got hurt, you know, we ran a lineup out there that stayed healthy, that played good. I mean, we got so many big hits as we went along, you know. We've got to work with, you know, Kirk Neuenhuis is gonna be a project. Hey, look, this guy's proved if he swings the bat the way he's capable of, he's dangerous and a good player and a big-time player in our lineup. We gotta do a better job of getting him a two-strike approach in spring training. So, you know, that's just one of the things that is gonna be addressed. But, you know, the general consensus is, look, we've proved we were good enough, we've proved we can play with anybody, and we've gotta continue, we just gotta do a better job of making sure we stay within our game and not try to do too much, which is what I think one of our issues was in the second half.
Do you see the outfield right now as an open audition at this point?